Hello and welcome back. This is another 8th grade math video, and this video is going to be focused on doing some order of operations problems involving integers. So as you may recall from orders of operation problems in previous grades, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, that we use kind of a phrase called PEMDAS, or it's an order that we perform the operation so that everybody ends up getting the same answer when we have multiple operations to do in an expression. So here we see the term evaluate the expression. That means they want us to figure out what this is equal to. So we need to follow P, E, M, D, A, S, or PEMDAS. P means parentheses, E means exponents, M and D are multiplication and division, and we go from left to right when we see both of those. And A and S is addition, subtraction, again from left to right when we see both of those in an operation. So in this expression, we have adding and multiplication. Multiplication comes before adding, so this is the part we're going to do first. 1 times 5 is 5, and then we're going to bring down the 1 and the plus sign. Now there's nothing left to do but add, so we're going to do 1 plus 5, which equals 6. So this is how you use order of operations to evaluate an expression. Okay, here is the next one. Again, we're going to evaluate the expression. I'm going to rewrite P, E, M, D, A, S over here. And I'm going to put the arrows here again just to remind myself that if I have both multiplication and division in one level, then I need to go left or right. Same with adding and subtracting. So in this one, we have subtracting and multiplication. Multiplication comes before subtracting, so we're going to do 1 times 2 first, which is 2. Then I'm bringing down the 5 and the minus sign. And now everything else is subtraction. That's the only thing I have left. So 5 minus 2 is 3. That means this expression is equal to 3. Okay, here's our next one. We're going to evaluate this expression or figure out what it's equal to. I'm going to put the letters up here, P, E, M, D, A, and S, just to remind me what order I need to go in. So in this expression, we have division and subtraction. Division happens before subtraction. So that means I need to do this 8 divided by 8 first. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and then we bring down the minus and the 10. So now all I have left is subtraction, and this is where the integers come in, because this is going to need to use our integer rules involving subtraction, which is keep, change, change. That means I keep the first number the same, I change from subtraction to adding, and then I keep the sign of, change the sign of the second number. So this became plus, and now I have to change that from a positive 10 to a negative 10. So I'm adding together two integers that have different signs, which means I keep the sign of the bigger number and then subtract the numbers. So the bigger number here between 10 and 1 is 10. That means I have more negatives than I do positives. So our answer is going to be negative. And then 10 minus 1 is 9. So the final answer or value for this expression would be negative 9. Okay, here is our next one. We're going to evaluate the expression negative 3 plus 7 in parentheses to the third power. So I'm going to go ahead and write everything we need up here for PEMDAS, just to remind ourselves this is the order we go in, left to right, left to right. Okay, so here we actually do have parentheses. We didn't before. So that means we need to do the operation in the parentheses first. That would be negative 3 plus 7. So if you're adding together two integers that have different signs, you keep the sign of the bigger number and then subtract the numbers. So since 7 is bigger than 3 and it's positive, we know our answer here is going to be positive. 7 minus 3 is 4. So this becomes 4 to the third power. So I have done the parentheses part. Now I need to do the exponent, which is actually all that's left. So that's a good sign. So to evaluate this, I use the exponential number to tell me how many times I need to multiply. So that'd be 1, 2, 3 numbers that I'm multiplying. And the base is the number that I'm multiplying. So this is 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then 16 times 4 is 64. So that would be the final answer or the final value for this expression, 64. Okay, here is the last one for today's video. And I'm going to go ahead and write PEMDAS up here, PEMDAS, left to right, left to right. Okay, so this is 2 plus 6 times 8 minus 6 in parentheses minus 8. So we do have some parentheses here. So we're going to need to do that first. 8 minus 6 is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and bring down the rest. 2 plus 6 times, and then minus 8. So I did parentheses. We don't have any exponents, so I'm going to go ahead and cross that off. Next would be multiplication and division. Well, out of those two, I only see multiplication right here. So we're going to need to do that next. That would be 12. 6 times 2 is 12. So I'm going to put 12 here. Bring down the 2 plus and the minus 8. So that takes care of multiplication division. Now I have addition, subtraction, and I do have one adding and one subtracting, which means I need to go in order from left to right. In this case, that just happens to follow add, subtract. But if the subtraction was first, we would need to do that first. So I can move from left to right by doing this first. 2 plus 12 is 14, and then minus 8, which equals 6. So the final value for this expression would be 6. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you in another video soon.